Hi students, here in this video I am going to explain you about the kinds of the pollination. Kinds of the pollination, before knowing what is pollination should know. Pollination is the process to transfer the pollen grain from anther to the stigma of the pistil. That is called a pollination. And transfer of the pollen grain from anther to the stigma of pistil is called as pollination. And for this one, what to achieve this transfer, because the pollen grain is not having any wings or it is not having any flagella or something for a moment, but for that one it used to show so many adaptations to attract the agents or to take the support of the agents. What are the agents? Biotic and abiotic. That will come in the next video. For this purpose, flowers are formed by doing the so many adaptations. This entire thing, how the adaptations are made, I discussed in the first video, that is the introduction to the sexual reproduction in the flowering plants. You see that one. And so for flowering plants made many adaptations to achieve this pollination. Pollination means transfer of the pollen grain from the anther to the stigma. For this purpose, they made so many adaptations. How they are adapted means calyx, corolla and all the things are adapted to leaves only, that you see in the first video. And this pollen grain is not having any special organism or any special things to for the moving purpose, or the flagella or the wings or something. So it must take the support of the agents. The agents may be what he asked in the NCERT book. What are the agents? Abiotic and biotic. Those things will be discussed in the next video. So this is the thing he has given. And here the pollen grain is transferring from the anther to the stigma. This can be given in the indirectly. Male gametophyte will be transferred by the agents is called. Male gametophyte is nothing, it is pollen grain. Such type of created bits also will come. Please try to understand in that way also. Now, they make use of external agents for the pollination. What are the agents? They are the abiotic and biotic, that I will discuss in the next video. Now we will see the kinds of the pollination. Means pollen grain has to reach under the stigma. But which stigma? Of the same flower or other flower or entire different way? All these things will come under kinds of pollination. So here, what is the main source of the pollen of the same flower, of the different flowers of the same plant, or they are having some other plant it is going. Those things based on that only source of the pollen only, they divided the pollination into three types. They are autogamy, Geitonogamy, Xenogamy. Three types. When we are seeing the autogamy, in this one, what happens? The pollen grain from the anther will be reach unto the stigma of the same flower. So, in this one, flower must be bisexual. Bisexual flower it is to do. So, what? Stigma and anther both are in the same flower. If the pollination is taking place, it is called as autogamy. But here he has given one of the very most important point, that is flowers when it opens. Flowers are opening. Generally, they used to open for this purpose, pollination purpose. If they open, pure autogamy is very ratherly rare. He has given very clearly. That is, flowers which open, expose anther and stigma shows rare autogamy. If it is opening, agents won't have any discrimination. This here must go to that one must go, this like that they are not having any. So they may go to the same flower other flower, other flower on the other plant. Like that they can do. For that only he has given the statement which is related, very, very important, that I am going to show you. Now, for autogamy, if the autogamy has to take place in a flower, means anther to the stigma both must be in the same flower and pollination must be taken. Means both are present in that one. So, how it will be taken? Anther must mature and pistil also must be matured at a time, synchronize, coordinate maturity. Means anther must be release the pollen grain at the same time, at that time only the pistil also must be ready and stigma must be ready for the receptive. That one synchron. For autogamy pollination, flowers require synchrony in pollen release and stigma receptivity. Stigma receptivity. Now you see here. And that is the one. Second thing is, okay, both are matured at a time. At the same time, and here he has given one more. Pollen, this is receptivity, and anther and stigma close to each other in the same flower. So the anther and stigma must be lie in the very close, very nearby it is to. Why it is not discussing, it is a lengthy topic, it is not necessary now. So two reasons, two must, it requirements two. What are they? They should mature at a time. Means stigma and anther must mature at a stigma and anther must be matured at a time, which it must release and that must be ready, coordinated, synchrony. At the same time, they must be very near, very close. They must lie very near. And here, you see here, some plants like viola, oxalis, commelina produce two types of the flowers. This is also important. They are producing two types of the flowers: chasmogamous flowers, Cleistogamous flowers. What is chasmogamy? The flower, if it is open, generally we are seeing the flower we used to say when it is open. But you should know one thing: some flowers won't open. That is called as a Cleistogamous. Cleistogamous flowers appears as a bud, but it will form the seed because they are two in the autogamy. Autogamy, they are doing. Means anthers are there, it is a bisexual flower. Anthers are there, stay on the pistil is there inside. Both are very near and close, and both they will mature at a time. So automatically autogamy will be taken in the Cleistogamous flowers. But chasmogamous flowers already he told in the first two lines in the NCERT book, rather rare. Only autogamy cannot be taken. If the mature at a time also the agents are involving, it is no, there is no guarantee of the autogamy, that he has rather rare he has given. So viola, oxalis, commelina produce two types of the flower. They are the flowers which open like normal flower. The chasmogamous flower will be there in that, and they will do rather rare. Autogamy will do, the xenogamy they may do, or the geitonogamy they may do. But one more type is there, second type, that is the Cleistogamous flower. Cleistogamous flower means it appears like bud only for appearance to us, but it never open. But it will form the seeds. Means there pollen grain is reaching to the stigma when requirements he has given. They must they must be matured at a time, stigma and anther to release the pollen grain. Both they must be ready at a time, and and they must be very close. So here the flower is not opening. So if they are very attached, touching one to another each other, then only it is possible. Such type of things will be made. They are done in the Cleistogamous flowers. Some plants produce two types of flowers. They are chasmogamous flowers open like other flowers, and Cleistogamous flowers which do not open. In such type of open flowers, pure autogamy can be taken. So there, when it is compulsory because it is not opening. So it must be adjust with the pollen grain which is available inside the flower, and both are the very near one to another. Very means two requirements are required. One is they must mature at a time, means pollen must be releasing time. By that time, the stigma also must be ready to receive it. So in flowers, and next it is do not open. In such not opened flowers, pure autogamy is involved because of no chance of cross pollination. Because it is in the closed type, no agent can enter in that one. Abiotic or biotic, any agent cannot enter in that one. So what they will do? They have to do because both are matured at a time. They are very close. They live very close. So they will do the autogamy only. Pure autogamy can be seen in dash Cleistogamous flowers. Chasmogamous flowers and Cleistogamous flowers both will be produced in the all the three plants, viola and oxalis, and the next will be the camelina. Such type of. Here, the thing is, chasmogamous flowers rather rare, it is already given. Now you see here. So, here the thing is, as it is not opening, there is no chance of cross pollination, means agents cannot be entered to carry the pollen grain from the anther to the stigma. So, this he has given the neat, in the neat ones he has given. That is, he has given as one bit he has given, no chance. So what they will do? They will do the pure autogamy. That is, in 2022 he given this bit. On based on this, he can create many also. We cannot say. And the next will be, so as there is no chance of the cross pollination, agents are not involving. Cross pollination means agents used to come and carry the pollen grain from the anther to the stigma. But it is closed one, Cleistogamous, there is no chance. So what they are doing? They are adjusting by the all the requirements they done. Now, so such not open flowers, pure autogamy is invariable because no chance of cross pollination. This he has given as the assertion and reason in the 2022. And next, seed. What is the advantage of the Cleistogamous flower? Both are there, and there is no question of the pollinator may come or not agent. Both are there. So 100 types, 100% pollination will be taken. These are attached to another. Both are matured at a time, and they are very close to each other. So the pollen grain will enter, produce the pollen tube, and it will enter into the stigma to the style to the ovary. So 100% autogamy can be done in the Cleistogamous flowers. So naturally seed setting is 100% seed setting will be present in the autogamy. And what is the disadvantages here? Disadvantage means here same genetic material, it is reaching. So it is having very less variations. If the genetic material is changed, means other flowers pollen grain is coming, genetical material is little bit change will come, and the variation, because of that one variations will come, but very less variations is to come. Variations are absent if you give the statement, it is wrong, remember it. Variation will be there, but compared to other pollinations it is very less. That is the thing. And seed setting assures in these flowers, but genetical variations are very less. This is important point. And now you see Geitonogamy. Geitonogamy, it is also one more. That is, pollen grain will reach to the stigma of the other flower, but both are present on the same plant. But both are present on the same plant. Means the plant may produce male flowers and female flowers, and the agent also will come, and they will crossing of the cross pollination will be taken. Means that it will pollen grain will be carried by the agent, and it will reach to the stigma. It is cross pollination, but it is equal to autogamy. Why? There is no pollen grain produced on the same plant and the stigma also the same plant. So genetical variation won't be there, and so that it is equal to the autogamy. And now one thing I am telling. So the plant, it is not necessary to produce male and female separate flowers. If it is bisexual flower also, both are coming maturing at a time. If it is transfer one flower to other flower, it is Geitonogamy. That how we create the beat. You understand that one? Try to understand. So, and that to the stigma of the flower in the same plant. Here, cross pollination present, but genetically same as autogamy. Pollinator came and cross pollination taken, but it is not the having the genetical variation, the genetically same material, so it is equal to the autogamy only. Next, whenever we are seeing here Xenogamy, here up to now we are seeing that is without opening the flower, Cleistogamous flower are doing autogamy, and next Geitonogamy, it is reaching onto the same plant but cross pollination has taken. Xenogamy, it is to reach, the pollen grain will reach to the stigma, I means pistil of other flower which is present on the plant. It is pure purpose of the cross pollination. 100% genetical variation will come in which type of the pollination you will have in the xenogamy. And here the xenogamy generally we used to call unisexual plants, they used to do. And all these things, even that everything will be discussed detailedly in the outbreeding devices. There he has given detail that I will discuss there. Outbreeding devices, which is very important topic also. After next video it will come, or within 3 days. So here transfer of the pollen grain from anther to the stigma of other flower in other plant. Not on the same plant. If it is Geitonogamy, in the same flower it is doing autogamy. Autogamy and Geitonogamy both are similar because genetical material is the same, but xenogamy genetical material differ, so variation will be there. That only. This is only type of pollination which brings genetically different flowers. Now I am telling you, this he asked about the 2021. If it is reaching into the stigma of the other plant, is called, yes, that is a xenogamy in 2021. Next will is Geitonogamy. He asked if it is reaching on the same flower stigma, stigma of the same other flower, if the pollen grain is reaching to the other flower which is present on the same plant, he asked. That is in the 2022. And creation of the bits, you read this many books, but you won't get the direct bits because the paper setter creatively it will come, but the concept you should know. What is the concept to understand here? Autogamy, that is the pollen grain of should reach to the stigma of the same flower, and chasmogamy flowers, and next is Cleistogamous flowers. Both will be produced by the Viola, Oxalis, and Commelina. Both type of the flowers will be produced, but there also one objection he has given, that is the pure autogamy is not possible in that because agents is to involve, crossing will be taken, some agents are coming. So that is chasmogamous flowers, rather rare he has given, that will be applied there. But Cleistogamous flowers are not like that. They are not never opening. So there is no question of the pollinators. and so they require requirements, they will be matured at a time, anther and to release the pollen, and stigma to receive that one, to receive the pollen grain, and both must be very close each to each other, so it will be taken. Because of that one, seed setting will be guaranteed, but the variation will be very very less, and genetically variation will be very less. Now, Geitonogamy, it will cross pollination will be taken from one flower to other flower through the agent, but on the same plant. Both are on the same plant, so genetical variation won't be there. But Xenogamy, it is coming from one flower, the pollen grain will reach to the stigma of another plant. These are the things which you have to remember, and these things are related in the outbreeding devices. There I will discuss very detailedly by saying this is the thing. If you know the concept, if he gives any type of the question, you can give answer the thing. If you like this video, please give the like mark. Why I am telling? If you give like marks only, it will be sent to many people. That is the thing. But that for that one I am requesting. And if you want to see all my videos in further, because I am making on this board, recently I started this fourth video. So all videos will come like this in the better improvement. So if you want to see all my videos, please subscribe the channel. It will come immediately. And later on, after few days, I will start the, the live classes also. Thank you.